What have critics or collectors said about your work?
Very cartoon-like.
Okay.
Like a cartoon, funky type of style, but black, pretty much. And I'm like, that's pretty much it. That's exactly
where you're going.
That's exactly it. It's just, I wanted to show black faces not in the typical way that you would see in art.
How has your style changed over the years?
Changed a lot. My style has went from more of a realistic type of style to more flat, more patterns, bold colors, so more cartoon-like than your realism type of work.
Right, yeah, I've definitely seen that.
So sticking to like trying to blend skin tones, to me now breaking it up to where it pops more on the canvas and you have more to look at than just a gradient of color.
Right, I get you. And like you said, flat. I mean, no one would look at this and say flat at all. And actually, I forgot to ask you, what type of paint or material did you use for this specific painting?
So, my main base is canvas.
Okay.
And I use acrylic paint and acrylic marker.
Okay. Looks amazing.
Thank you.
What have critics or collectors said about your work?
Very cartoon-like.
Okay.
Like a cartoon, funky type of style, but black, pretty much. And I'm like, that's pretty much it. That's exactly
where you're going.
That's exactly it. It's just, I wanted to show black faces not in the typical way that you would see in art. So like a trend now is one, either hyper-realism or you can tell it's a black person, but there's no face.
Absolutely.
It's just the silhouette images. And I'm like, no, I want to bring it to the face because that's the first thing you see when you look at somebody.
Absolutely, their face, right? I get you, yep. And I definitely see that as a pattern in most of the art that you have as well.
Focus.
What has been one of the biggest successes that you've had since becoming Ashley Dallas the artist?
My first juried exhibition art show that was accepted and me being the winner.
Absolutely.
That was the number one goal of mine for this year, is to get accepted in the art show and to win.
That's great.
And I got it.
Congratulations. I know you've been working really hard for it over the years and finding your niche and your way to find your way there. That's amazing.
Yep, so this is the start officially for A. Dallas as an artist.
So since you got that nice accolade, what are you doing going forward? What are your goals going forward?
Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing specializes in custom framing, printing on canvas, and selling contemporary and African American art, all housed in our 3,000 square foot art gallery. We are centrally located in Milwaukee at 4233 West Fond du Lac Avenue. We recognize local artists and strive to connect local talent with the community. We're asking for your support. Contact us to find out how you can help sponsor the work we're doing to highlight local artists in our community.
Still continuing to get artwork in galleries and hopefully permanent installations within the next 2 years.
Absolutely, okay. Are there any specific places that you've been marketing to or reaching out to?
We have, of course, here,
Okay.
Greenwood Park.
Absolutely.
Mahogany Gallery in Racine. and hopefully the Chicago Art Museum.
Okay, so you're keeping it in
the Midwest.
In the Midwest, there you go. Right, we need that support.
Yes.
You know, you're one of our strongest.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to keep it in the Midwest before completely venturing out.
Yeah. Now, I know one thing that we always talk about is like I call it the legality portion of things. That you are always the person to go to find out what contract to sign, what to read first, you know, all that stuff. So I mean, you give me a lot of good advice in regards to that as well. How is that for you? Like when you go out here and you find these things, you know, is it a hard process for artists to be able to get their stuff a little bit more secure?
It's not a hard process. It's just difficult to navigate through, to try to figure out exactly where your price points is, who exactly are you marketing to, and how you want to put it in your contract.
Right.
That can just be very overwhelming at first.
Okay.
But once you have it all set, then you're good to go. There's no questions about it. You send out your contracts, invoices, and just let it be.
Did anybody actually like mentor or coach you through that,
No,
or you
this
just
was
found this information by yourself?
A lot of research.
Okay.
Sometimes artists, we're all just trying to figure it out. We're all figuring it out on the go.
Right.
And there's not a lot of those who are established like that to reach out to because they're busy. So, yeah, it's just a lot of researching, blogs. I've gotten a couple articles from a couple clients who are also artists.
Okay.
Like, hey, have you seen this? Check this out. I don't know if it could help, but let me know.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. It's just a lot of researching on your own and
just figuring it out.
Just seeing if it works.
Yeah, one thing I love about you, at least you share the information
Yeah.
for sure, and you allow people, because I mean, there were things that you've given me in my modeling that I have a standard now. And
yeah, that's the important thing, just establishing yourself as a professional, especially when you are your brand.
Right.
You have to be stern and have everything set. So there's no wavering. Nobody can come in and change anything.
Absolutely.
It's either you're working with this or you find somebody else.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, Ashley. Well, thank you so much for coming, and we do appreciate your work. Thank you so much for being a part of Artist Connection.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
The Artist Connection podcast was generated from many conversations with local artists around the lack of opportunity to showcase their talent. Here at Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing, we recognize our local talent and strive to connect artists with the community. Please enjoy this opportunity to hear from local artists and learn more about what inspires their work.